Hey Earth signs, Mel Bell here with your reading for April. Okay, so I pulled initial cards and some interesting things that stood out to me is like you're kind of trying to be on a high vibe right now, but there's a lot of things swirling around. There's a lot of change happening. There's some stress and so it's hard to find balance. And I feel like there's people involved in your life right now that may be making things a little more stressful or perhaps just a little confusing to you because their perspective or viewpoint on your life or things that you need to do is not what you think you need to do. Also, the good news is in the situation is the Tower card, and it is reversed, meaning that we're coming out of that energy. For the month of April, the dust is about to settle. Basically, the dust is about to settle. And this is a very interesting Tower card. If you notice that her hand is behind her back and her wand is active, almost as if she caused this to happen. And sometimes things have to fall apart for a better foundation to be built. So if there have been any recent situations where things have been falling apart, know that it's for the best for everybody. And the challenge is the Magician. So that's a really great card to be in the challenge position in a reading, because it is a major arcana card. It is a place of power. And if it is in the challenge is tapping into your own power, your own inner power, trusting your inner power, your higher self. So definitely people are involved. We're going to get a little deeper into that. But in your wild card position is the Two of Pentacles. For me, talking about juggling finances and resources, making sure that you have all that you need, and maybe there being a bit of a feeling of stress because you are keeping it all up in the air. But if you need to like scratch your face, then you drop one and then they all drop and then everything falls apart. And that's not the best way to live. That's not the best way to live. It says to me that something needs to change. In the month of April, it is probably most helpful to do the thinking and the planning on how to change. So if there is something that you are always having to tend to, because if you are not focused on it and tending to it, it falls apart, then maybe it needs to fall apart because it's not stable. It's not, it doesn't stay strong. Its foundation is shaky. So you're always having to build up on it. You're always having to put the boards behind it to keep the building up because it keeps leaning, things like that. Let me pull from the Oracle of the Seven Energies and we'll see what we want, what can be added to this reading. I would have to say that if things are trying for you right now, there's not a better card for you to get than the Tower reversed, to say that, it's fallen. That's in the situation. That means the worst is behind you. That means that you don't have to worry about any more surprises. And you've got two queens. And queen in the self position and in the energy that wants to come in. And maybe, and so the Queen of Cups is that emotion, is that creativity. The Queen of Wands is that fire and that action. And it's very balanced action. So Things should be shifting. Things should be shifting. And the Queen of Wands bringing you into the energy of the Magician, as if it's almost like you're going from Queen to Magician, like you're moving through these energies. That's interesting. I don't always know what I'm saying, you guys. I really don't. Sometimes I don't remember. A lot of times I don't remember the readings because it's not really just me that's talking. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple more cards from here because they have, whoa, where to stay. There goes one. All right, that message came through for everybody else. 2, that's nice. For Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And please like, share, and subscribe if you are enjoying this content. Help keep the channel alive by interacting, because it helps. All right. Oh, that one came up too. Interesting. Okay, so starting with Call of the Muse, okay? So creativity and you being in the Queen of Cups energy right now, and creativity, inspiration, wanting to find you. What is inspiring you right now? Are you uninspired? Do you not feel, you feel dull? You feel stagnant? That's what you need to work on. You have to break that up. You have to break that loose, because there is inspiration. There's energy that, for creativity, for creative problem solving. How can that help? What can help that? What can help that spirit of gratitude? So, as I said in the last reading, I believe, focusing on gratitude, having a practice where you regularly think, well, you can thank the universe, but you think about the things that you're grateful for. What's working for you right now? Regardless of how minuscule it is or massive it is, focusing on those things actually generates energy, and it generates, it can activate energy in you. Sometimes the answer is not receiving a blessing. The answer is blessing ourselves with our own creative problem solving, our own creativity, creating something beautiful that is prosperous for us. And yeah, it doesn't always come from above. The manifestation, it comes from us and what we put our focus into. And so what we put forth in the month of April will bear fruit. So it's important to take some time and think about what you're grateful for, and also not just what you're grateful for, but what would your ideal future look like? What do you want from your future? And write that down. Really see it. And ask yourself, what do I need to let go of? What do I need to let fall away? What is anchoring me? What isn't working for me? If you have things in your life that you're just doing because you've been doing it for so long, can you let that go? Maybe you can't let it go right away. Maybe it's something that brings you money. Maybe it is an integral part of your finances, but it's always been in the back of your mind that it really doesn't bring you joy, and you really hate having to always keep it going, keep it up in the air. And if that's the case, nobody is suggesting to just drop it. Also, nobody's suggesting to just blow that shit up. But you can start looking at ways to dismantle it, to pass it on to someone else, to let it go in a very harmonious, peaceful way, in a way that you don't, the thing about holding on to things that you know aren't really good for you anymore, or not working for you anymore. It served its purpose and it's time to let it go. If you don't let it go, the universe will let go of it for you. And you have a grace period to decide to do it yourself. So it's always better to do it yourself. Yeah. So with that said, now we're going to pull a couple of cards from the Moonology Manifestation deck by Yasmin Boland. Oh, it's looking right here. You are. Last quarter moon in Virgo. Attend to the details. Okay, attend to the details. So planning. I strongly suggest that you use the month of April for planning and that you attend to the details. Pay attention. If you have to, because Mercury retrograde either started or is about to start, if there's anything you have to do when it comes to contracts, signing things, buying new things, make sure that you are checking the contract and the details. And that you are carefully making your decisions. Do not rush any purchases. That's not to say don't purchase anything, but don't rush it. Don't be like, I gotta do it now, right this moment. Don't do that. Don't do that. Think it through. Choose where you're gonna get it from carefully, and make your decisions. Wow. Okay, I just got a message that the power is in the present moment. Whew, that came through so clear. I don't really know who that is that just talked to me, but the power is in the present moment for you right now. It is where you build upon. So focusing on the now is what's going to really help you. Now, let's bring that down into reality. What does that mean exactly? Focusing on the now. Well, firstly, attend to the details, as we said. But I just pulled this card. First quarter moon in Taurus. Release control. And that's so funny because that's two earth cards that I pulled. Release control. So there's things that are in your control, and there are things that are not. The message for April is to focus your attention on things that you have control over and not things that you don't have any control over. And that is where your power is, in the now. What can I do right now? Not what can I worry about that I can't do anything about until June. It is what is tangible for me right now. And if I want to forecast the future, I'm forecasting beautiful things. And if I'm forecasting the future, I am not talking about the future. I'm talking about the now. I am healthy. I am prosperous. I am debt-free, because that's where the power is, in the now, when you are wanting to manifest things. And so that is the biggest message here for you. Now we're going to close out with Archangel Michael. So making good time. Go me. Woo, woo. All right, here we go. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for being here. Thank you for helping us with a divinely guided message. Please let us know what is the message you have for our earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, for the month of April. Thank you in advance for your help and your divinely timed message. Oh, no. Is it this one? Okay. Ooh, I love this. Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. I love that for you. I love that for us. I'm a Capricorn. Yeah, I love that. I love the imagery there. I love the message, and I love the energy that is flowing from that message. Your target, like, just because Now is not the time to release that arrow. Doesn't mean that you don't need to know where to point it. Like the planning stage, you're in the planning stage. It will bear fruit. So this is the message from Archangel Michael. It's a prayer that you say to him. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me focus on my inner vision and intention. I ask for your guidance in releasing any fears or doubts, granting me the confidence and courage to take action towards realizing my dreams. Okay, so releasing fears and doubts. We are sometimes our worst critic. Most times we are our worst critic. We do encounter people who are not helpful and challenge us, and it's not in a positive way. But I would have to say the most powerful enemy or villain that we have in our life is ourself. And so fear is a very big motivator, and it's also a procrastinator, and it's also a dream crusher. So focusing on how to diminish fears, address them, find out where they're coming from, where they stem from. Because once you get the source and rationalize it, then you can put it to bed and move on. And the less fear you have, the lighter you are. So self-doubt can be, you can change that by when you think like, I'm not smart enough to do that. You just say, I have everything I need. And if I don't currently have it, it will be provided to me. And if I don't know it, I can learn it. You know that you can learn anything that you want, you can put your mind to and get. So try not to allow yourself to be dissuaded by fear and self-doubt. And for the month of April, focus on what you do have control over. Have faith that things are unfolding naturally and well. Keep your eyes on the target. Don't let anybody pull you from where you're trying to get to or focus on or look at, and keep a spirit of gratitude because it will fuel you. Okay. All right. Well, that's it, you guys, for the month of April. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys all are well and stay well this month. Bye.